I do think that there's such a health focus in our country that I call it healthism, a kind of moral obligation for people to be healthy. And I think that we have to watch that too.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fat Fighters might be one of my favourite videos that I'm going to break down. For those of you who aren't aware of this Australian program, Insight is a discussion chat show that focuses on a single pressing issue, which in this case are those that are fat, but works by involving members of the audience, which again are in this case, those that are fat. But why I love this video so much is because it contains some of the most delusional characters I've ever seen in my whole life.
You want to know what I eat? I eat salad, I eat meat. I don't eat carbs because they don't agree with me. I eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. I'm primarily vegetarian.
And it's 100% produced in my own country, because when it comes to quality television shows, no one does it better than us.
You have 3 minutes to make the pizza as dirty as you can. Oh, it got saucy, all right. It got hella saucy, baby.
I didn't think it would blow so quickly.
What? Which is why Fat Fighters makes me especially proud, because it's another fine example of us giving back to the world a video as equally as dumb as it is hilarious to watch. Oh, and full disclosure, this is going to be an edited down version of the original episode that aired, but if you'd like to watch the full 55-minute video, there's a link down in the description below. So if you've got the time and feel like laughing at these idiots while also pulling your hair out, I thoroughly recommend you watch the whole thing. Let me show you what I mean.
Tonight on Insight, Fat Fighters.
Unhealthy
up saying, fat power, fat power.
I really resent the fact that I have to actually justify my existence in a bigger body.
As you go up in size, the risk of chronic disease also goes up.
I find it disgusting. I took to my stomach with a scalpel.
The medical system is buckling under the sheer weight of the overweight and obese.
That actually might be the best trailer I've ever seen for a chat show.
Hi, I'm Jenny Brockie. Welcome everybody. Dorothy, describe your body for me.
What a great introduction. No need for a few sentences to describe to the viewers at home how the show works, or even what the topic that you'll be discussing.
Curvy, voluptuous, carefree, and just big and beautiful.
Well, she's not wrong about being carefree.
Have you always felt that way about it?
Not really, because I've always been quite thin, but I've just accepted the fact that this is my body now, and it's thankfully I haven't had any really drastic, medical issues. But I really love my body. It's me. I've got 4 beautiful kids.
You know how there's the 7 stages of grief and the last stage is acceptance? I feel like that's exactly what's happening here, because it relates to whenever someone goes through a change but it doesn't work out the way they initially planned. Like, instead of simply resigning to the fact that you have failed or are worse off, we have this survival defense mechanism within us that has to find the silver lining in every situation, no matter how bad it could be, and accept that whatever happens is actually the best thing that could happen to us. I feel like that's exactly what's happening here with this woman, because she's accepting the way it is, and she's resigning to the fact that there's nothing else she could do about it. Also, did you notice the casual line of distraction and semi-justification by throwing in the fact that she has 4 beautiful kids? Like, that had nothing to do with the question.
Jenny, what about you? How do you think your body is viewed here in Australia?
Oh, well, I think that there tends to be a perception that fat is linked with, illness, undesirability, perhaps laziness, gluttonous, those kinds of words.
I love that the cameraman just cuts to this girl's face, because you can just tell that she wants to say, everything that you just said is true.
How do you feel in yourself about your size?
Well, it's changed over the years, and I mean, one of my earliest memories is my mother going to a weight loss group and taking me along. I was just colouring in the corner, and she put on weight that week, so she had to wear a pig snout and sing a piggy song in that group. So I suppose an early memory.
Seriously, this cameraman deserves a raise. You can tell that this girl wants to laugh, but is trying so hard not to. Also, did you notice how she avoided answering the question? I'm sure that won't happen again, right?
I'm a writer, and just observing the fact that diets didn't work, that they inevitably failed, and I put the weight back on. So at 28, I started to question what I was doing,
Okay.
Well, the diets aren't working, so that must mean that I'm not the problem. It must be everything else around me.
Julius, you're a fitness trainer. What do you think of Jenny and Dorothy being happy with their bodies?
I think that's fantastic. Are you healthy?
I love this fitness trainer. He comes in with a soft jab, but then decides to lay down a 1-2 hammer.
Have you been to the doctors and they've told you that you're healthy?
Well, I think that's quite a loaded question because I don't think anyone here who's thin is going to be asked that. So I guess that's what I would say.
I love it. The fitness trainer just gives the perfect, yeah, no shit kind of face, while the guy behind him is just agreeing and nodding because he doesn't want to offend her.
I guess that's what I would say to that answer, that we have to look as well at the assumptions that are made. And I would say you can't actually tell someone's lifestyle or health by looking at them.
If there was one face that could sum up how to react to this video, that would be that face.
I do think that there's such a health focus in our country that I call it healthism, a kind of moral obligation for people to be healthy. And I think that we have to watch that too.
Did she just imply that we shouldn't be focused on being healthy?
But isn't that because it costs taxpayers a lot of money if the population isn't healthy? People have to go to hospital, they have various kinds of diseases. Isn't that part of the reason why there's that focus?
Well, perhaps, and but I also think that there's very much a focus on fat and health in our culture, on obesity and health.
You literally just said the same thing a minute ago.
Well, perhaps, and but I also think that there's very much a focus on fat and health in our culture, on obesity and health.
Isn't that part of the reason why there's that focus?
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.